Hey, welcome. Good to have all of you at our Connection Cafe as we end the month of June and are headed straight for July. So without further ado, I'm going to turn this over to Pastor Megan, who has another commitment with the Board for Spiritual Formation in a few moments. So I'm going to let her share with you this week.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome. We did have a wonderful week once again with our Compassion Camp and with Laura Smith's book study. On Wednesday night, we have one more session for So You Want to Talk About Race, and that's this Wednesday. If you don't have the Zoom link, please just send me an email or call me here at the church, and I will be happy to send you that. She has really, really been wonderful and giving tremendous leadership. So thank you, Laura. Thank you for your time. Thank you for bringing the book to us. And thank you for your compassion as we all strive to grow in this area. The Compassion Camp with the kids, just going great. And we are doing the Challenge of Paul on Sunday mornings using the DVD series from John Dominic Crossan. And it's really working well. Some folks have said it's working better on Zoom than when we meet in our in our study together because they can hear it more clearly. So just know that you are welcome to attend that DVD series with us on Zoom. Again, just shoot me an email and I will send you the link for that.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Aaron.
Yes, well, looking forward to being with you all for the book club that we have on Thursday nights. I also sat in on Laura's I was actually able to make it this week to Laura's book study. And yeah, they've both been going great and a great way to connect to one another. Middle school youth group this week. Our high school book study starts in a couple of weeks. There's a parent orientation for that book study the week before that I'm very much looking forward to. And the last thing was, young adults. Yes, our meeting at 12:30. So in about 10 minutes, young adults will meet. Drew and Sky are leading that gathering. Feel free to send me a text or send Harley a text if you need the Zoom login information for that.
Can we take a moment to thank everybody in our Pride video today? It was so much fun. It really showed who we were, I think, and so very grateful for all of you who sent videos in.
Indeed. Thank you.
I was saying I was dancing around my living room when Elena sent it to me because it was just so good. I loved it.
Wish I had a video of that
right,
to add. No, thank you indeed for those who contributed and those who support all of our work here with our ONA commission, our ONA mission. I will mention as well, I love Laura's book club too, so I can't believe it's already time for the last one. It's gone very quickly. This week, our conversation on race will not happen, but it will happen the following Tuesday, so be sure to mark that down, but we will let you know. I also want to say thanks to all the choir members who were part of our special our Friday morning devotions. If you have not seen it yet, run, don't walk, run to see it. It was so wonderful to see all of our choir folks back together, and of course Ron did such a great job of pulling those voices together, but Elena just excelled in making sure that everyone fit together so well. That is not an easy thing to do, and I think there were 31 different screens, so it was outstanding. So thank you all who participated in that. As we turn this now over to all of you, I'm going to just mention that Ingrid and Aileen have sent a message to all of you saying what a beautiful service and that they loved the message, and I think it was probably the Pride video that they loved and were so lovingly featured in, and they loved all the color changes in the organ loft today. It was kind of like a giant disco ball, wasn't it? Which I think is what Anthony had in mind in honor of Pride Sundays. So when you come back, who knows? We may have lava lamps and strobe lamps. Who knows? So, but thank you.
We have lava lamps, actually.
Oh, we do have.
We have lava
like VBS Sunday.
Oh, that's right. Or we can just go back to my old dorm room and pull those out. Well, thanks, Ingrid and Aileen. Nice to hear from you.
We have a message from Margaret Rolls saying some very nice things to me. And she especially liked today's video. And I just wanted to say that that was Pastor Aaron's idea. He wanted to celebrate in a special way, and I'm glad that we could have so many of you all as a part of that video. Tony Macon says, great service, and just wondering, what are you all doing for fun these days? What are you doing for fun these days?
Compassion Camp?
Yeah.
Pastor Megan and I are working on a puzzle of a peacock.
Oh, that's
Oh,
true.
nice.
Yes. Do you want to tell them how long it took our puzzle to
I
arrive?
ordered the puzzle in April, and it arrived yesterday, so I'm very excited to finally have it.
Well done. Very nice.
Anything else, what you're doing for fun?
Aaron's dancing.
I'm dancing in my living room, yeah. I've become a plant dad in a lot of ways. I've had a lot of plants to begin with, but now I have even more. So, and in fact, I'm having to do the thing where like, all right, they need to be watered today. Like, did I water all of them? Because there might be one hiding out somewhere that I forgot about. So.
Raul Hernandez says, thank you for reminding us on Pride Sunday that prophetic messages of justice come from unexpected places and peoples. Tommy Smith, John Carlos, and yes, Peter Norman are humble prophets for our times.
Isn't that a fabulous story too? You know, if you look, and the author of this article was looking at that picture, which we all have seen for years, and we see it one way, but then when you dig deep into it, you find this whole other story of this man's compassion and his own willingness to sacrifice in many ways his life and career. It's a very touching story.
Powerful.
Yeah.
We have a message from Sarah Platts, who loved the lighting in the service. Trent Blair says, wonderful service. It really lifted me up. Thanks.
Oh, how nice. Thank you. Nice to have you.
Janet Copeland says, Elena, great video. Please post as a separate video. It will be posted in 5 minutes. I timed it to post on Facebook, Instagram, and our website, so you'll be able to find it there very soon. Bill Hoff says, good morning, dear pastors. Thank you for the beautiful Pride Sunday service. God bless, stay safe, and well, we all need you so very much.
Wow.
Prayer hands, hearts, and rainbows.
Thanks, Bill. Thanks
Thank
for
you,
kicking off the
Bill.
video
Yes,
for us.
that was wonderful.
You did great.
We have Karen Connolly says, Pastor Lori, that was a wonderful sermon this morning. We don't often get the backstory of that iconic Olympic photo and how their lives were impacted over the years, including the silver medalist athlete. And as usual, today's music was beautiful. Have a great week, everyone.
Thank you.
Nick Osterman says, good afternoon, pastors and church family.
Hi,
Hey,
Nick.
Nick.
Bill Hoff says, thank you, Elena, for the wonderful video tribute for Pride Sunday. Who was the handsome guy at the beginning?
And the humble one.
John Carson says, good morning, pastors. Wonderful service this morning. Excellent message, Pastor Lori. Thank you for all you do for your church community. Miss seeing you all. We will celebrate when the church building reopens for services. Big hugs.
Hugs right back at you, John.
Hi,
And
John.
I'm sure all of you do know that we have made the decision here to close through the month of July. So we will meet you right back here next Sunday and the Sunday after that and the Sunday after that.
We have a message from Jillian Smith who says, this was such an incredible service and sermon. One of the organizations I've been consulting with focuses on using sports as a platform to eliminate racism. So the story of the Olympic athletes really resonated. And it is one of the many stories they share on educating people on the history of athlete activism. Thank you.
Thanks for that, Jillian. And indeed, sports really does have a lot of good stories and illustrations because it has a lot to do with teamwork and the support of each other. And I love sports, so I'm always looking for these great stories. And it actually was my brother Lars, just in case he's watching, who shared this story with me a while back, and I was really, really touched by it.
Harley Sosa says, Buenos dias, happy Pride, lovely Pride video, and great to see the church as loving and warm as ever, even virtually.
Hey, Harley.
Hey, Harley.
Janet asks, Pastor Megan, is the puzzle 500 pieces or 1,000 pieces?
Janet, can I tell you that it's like 10,000 pieces and
It's
every piece
1,000.
is
Wow.
exactly the same.
It's
Every piece is
1,000.
exactly the same. So, we'll have to post in the 6 months when we finish it a
Right.
picture
You will.
of it. So.
And Nick's asking where we ordered it from. We actually got it on Amazon, but it was through a third-party seller, so it just took a long time. I don't know.
For a puzzle phobic like me, that's just when you're like, and there's always that one piece missing. Are you worried? Like, oh no.
I know that when we go home today, our dog will have jumped up
Oh.
on the table and eaten one piece, but we'll just see what happens.
Aldo Brito says, wonderful service.
Thanks, Aldo.
Hi, Aldo.
And good morning, everyone. Christy Hayes says, I love you people. Thank you for continuing to keep the church open. It is much needed.
Hi, Christy.
Christy.
Hi, Eli. Hi, Macy.
Valerie DeVille says, miss you all so much. Be safe.
Thanks, Valerie. Hope you and your family are well.
And Noel Cleland says, another great service. I wanted to add a postscript about the Australian runner who was ostracized for the rest of his life for taking a stand for human rights. It wasn't until 2012 that the Australian Parliament apologized to Peter Norman and honored his role as an athlete and recognized his bravery.
Thanks, Noel.
And I think Elena Garcia is typing something. She said, this was a remarkable service like every Sunday, but she's continuing to type, so I'm waiting on that.
So we'll dawdle here.
Oh, so I got Sylvia Mendoza says, thank you for a beautiful and powerful service today.
Thanks,
And
Sylvia.
Danica, who I know is joining us from somewhere up north, says, thank you for the Pride service today and our last Sunday of Pride Month. One question I have is, why don't we have all flags represented of the lesbian and transgender bisexual flags, not instead of one?
That's a good question, and maybe that's an investment we can make. Buy some more flags, and then next year we can have a number of them. Yeah, there's a trans flag now, a lesbian flag, and then there's kind of an intersectional flag, which some of you may have seen, that has black and brown, and that weaves in the intersection and the work of organizations like Black Lives Matters into the work of, as Lori talked about in her sermon and in her prayers, about the intersectionality and the discrimination that black and brown people face in terms of homophobia and transphobia as well. So that's a great
There's
idea.
ton of
Yeah.
flags out there. Thanks for your suggestion, Danica. Elena Garcia says, remarkable service. I love you people.
Love you back.
And those are our messages for today.
Terrific. Well, I will send my colleagues off then to their ongoing responsibilities. And thank you, as always, for joining us and for being with us. And if there is anything that we can do to bring some support or help to you, please do let us know. But in the meantime, hopefully we'll connect sometime during the week for any of our various programs, but especially next Sunday, right back here, same time, same station, right? So thank you all. Be well.
Bye.